If it feels like no matter what you do, the YouTube algorithm just hates your channel and won't push you to more than 1,000 viewers, this is going to be the best video that you've ever watched, because by the end of it, you're gonna know the 5 things that you need to focus on, and I guarantee you'll get over 1,000 views in your next video if you simply just focus on these 5 things and ignore everything else. But I will warn you, if you skip any of these 5 things, it's gonna be the reason you fail to get views right now during, quite frankly, the easiest time ever to not only get views on YouTube, but also to get your channel monetized. Change number 1 is you need to make sure that you're spending way more time actually coming up with content ideas. I know that you probably won't believe this, but a video like this literally only takes me like 15 to 20 minutes to make, but I'm spending 45 minutes to an hour actually coming up with the content idea, thinking about the title, thinking about the thumbnail, thinking about the hook. Now for you, it's probably the reverse. You're probably spending most of your time recording or editing your content, and that is a complete waste of time. And I'll share with you in just a little bit a way that you can significantly speed up your editing by only focusing on the things that actually matter. But for right now, we need to make sure that you're getting your content ideas from 1 or 2 places. So the first way that you could try to figure this out is if you come into your analytics and then you come into audience, you might be able to spot trends of what your ideal viewer is consistently viewing, and YouTube will basically scream at you about exactly what you should be posting. So if I come into audience right here and I scroll down, and you want to make sure that you filter this specifically by videos or specifically by shorts, depending on what type of content you're creating. If we look at videos right here, we can actually notice things right here. Like if your videos stop getting views after 24 hours, do this. If we see this, no views, no subscribers, turn this off now. It's basically the same exact thing. They're trying to target the same exact audience. And if we come over to the next one, we could see new feature, or we could see a how-to video, where we see again, no views, no subscribers, turn this off now. And then we could come over to the next one. And I noticed 3 trends as I went through and did this. First and foremost, 1,000 subscribers. We see that here, but then we also see that here. In addition to that, no views, no subscribers, we see that here, and then we also see it here. And then the other thing that I noticed was the right way to upload your YouTube Shorts. And if we come over here, the right way to upload YouTube Shorts. So basically, we see the same ideas showing up multiple times. That's YouTube's way of screaming at us, hey, this is what your audience wants to watch. Please make a video about this because we are begging you, and we will push out that content if you make it about that. The other way that you could do this is you could come over here to what channels your audience is currently watching, open up each of these channels and try to figure out from there if you see any other trends. Because sometimes, as we could see, these videos are a few weeks or a few months old. These videos are also that. The newest one I see right here is 5 days, and the same thing here, newest one is 6 days. So sometimes this doesn't always show the newest videos. So the way for you to figure this out for the newest videos is coming into the channels that your audience watches right here, going through those, and you'll be able to piece together, hey, this is what the audience is watching, this is what they want to get shown, and you have a way better understanding then of what YouTube is trying to show the audience that you're trying to reach, and then you make content about that, and instantly you'll get more than 1,000 views, because look at all these videos here, they all got way more than 1,000. And I really want to emphasize, this isn't you copying other people. Instead, this is you actually getting rid of guessing and taking that out of the process and knowing exactly what your audience wants to see and then delivering on a really good video for that. Now, change number 2 is making sure that you begin to record your videos differently. I want you to guess, in fact, leave a comment below of how many clips it took me to actually create this video. Because if what you're doing right now is trying to film your entire video in one shot or a few shots, it's why you're not getting the views that you want. Because here's the deal, when it's like that, you cannot control your tone of voice, you cannot control how you sound, and it's going to come off as really off-putting to your audience, and it's going to bore them. And that's why they're not sticking around long enough for you to be able to get 1,000 views. In fact, a video like this takes me anywhere from 12 to 15 clips in order to make. So here's what I recommend. If you're uploading YouTube Shorts, you should be changing the clip every 3 to 6 seconds at least in order to keep somebody engaged and in order to keep them watching. If you're filming a long form video, you should be changing the clip every 15, 30, 45, or even 60 seconds, because I've been doing this literally since 2019. I've recorded multiple YouTube videos every single day since then, but think about it, even me, I can't film an entire video in one shot. Doesn't matter if I have it scripted, doesn't matter about any of that, so you shouldn't be doing the same thing as a beginner. Which brings me into change number 3, which is that you need to stop manually editing your videos. There's AI for this now that can make your life way easier, and when it comes to editing, you should really only be focused on 5 things. First is fixing and enhancing your audio. Secondly, adding in B-roll. 3, adding a few jump/zoom cuts. 4, adding in captions. And then 5, cutting the beginning, the ends, the pauses, the ums, and things like that. And lucky for you, AI can now significantly speed all this up, and if you're doing anything else in your editing, you're quite frankly probably wasting a lot of your time. Now, that AI tool that I'm talking about that makes this incredibly easy to do is going to be Gling AI. And you could come over to Gling AI and get started for free. It is literally this simple. You're going to click on this right here, and then this is going to prompt you to upload your video. Here's where you could drag and drop all of your different files all at once, or you could click on an existing project right here. Now, if we click on this, I'm going to show you exactly how this works. We click on this, we are going to come over here and we are going to upload a video here. For example, I'm going to upload this one, and from here, we can edit with AI or we can extract shorts. For the sake of this, I'm going to edit this with AI. You choose the language you spoke. If you have a multi-cam track, you add it in here. Otherwise, you add in other files and add in a script and click on continue. Now, this is going to go through and this shows you all the different things it can do. For example, cutting out silences, cutting out bad takes, removing filler words, adding in smart captions, adding AI backgrounds, enhancing your audio, adding jump cuts, adding zooms, even adding a like and subscribe button, and then you click on enhance and edit, and this literally goes through and edits your video with AI. And then from here, this is what it's going to look like. You can see all the cuts right here. You could get it to skip cuts if you wanted to, but I want those cuts added in. You can come over here and you can control the pacing of the video. You could split things how you would in any other editor app. And one of my favorite parts is if we come over here, we can come through and cut things out of the script if we want, and it will automatically cut out those parts, which makes it way easier to edit content. Or maybe I wanted to see what it looked like over here. I could click on this and it automatically skips to that part of the video. And if we come over here to enhance, we could see that we can almost instantly add in smart captions, jump cuts, B-roll, enhance the audio, or come into AI Studio right here where we could generate a custom background. Now, what I'm going to do is click on this. We're going to click on B-roll, and then we're going to see that this will then go through and generate AI B-roll for us at specific parts throughout the video. And again, this saves you an insane amount of time because these are really the only edits that you should be doing in your YouTube content. And then here's what that actually looks like when it comes through and adds in this B-roll right here. We could see that it grabbed B-roll. I could change the length of it, and it even highlights what it looks like up here, which is great. And if we wanted to, we could upload our own, we could generate it with AI, or we could grab stock footage that matches whatever our script is actually about. And we could see that this is adding B-roll throughout the entire video here. And if you want to try Gling AI for yourself, you could go to the pinned comment below and get started with it today for free. Once I started using Gling, it literally cut my editing time in half and made it way easier for me to pump out more YouTube videos. In fact, it's the secret behind me being able to grow and manage and create content and edit content for 2 YouTube channels at the same time, because I'm not wasting my time editing videos like how you are. Now, this brings me into the next 2 changes that we need to focus on, and they're only going to keep getting more and more important. Change number 4 is you need to make sure when you upload a video to YouTube, you are using the right metadata. And this is going to show up in 5 different places, so let's go through each of them and how important they are. Now, I'm going to show you how to do metadata from one of my videos that I literally just uploaded today. 6 hours ago, it's already got almost 5,000 views. And the reason that this video is doing so well, if we click into it, is because I set up the metadata correctly. This video is about ChatGPT's new features. So I have ChatGPT's new feature shows in the title. In addition to that, I have ChatGPT new feature shows in my description not only once, but twice. We could see that it shows twice. In addition to that, I made the file name related to the video, GPT thinking. Those are 3 things now that I have done correctly. Now, the next thing that I did is if we scroll down to the tags over here and click on show more, we could see ChatGPT shows up several times in the tags. And then the final thing that I did is if we were to watch this video and see the transcript, I mentioned ChatGPT and the new features in the beginning of this video. And now what I just did was gave YouTube 5 signals of exactly what this video is about in the tags in the description, in the title, in the name of the files I uploaded, and in the transcript. And what this does is signals to YouTube exactly who they should show the content to. And then as a result, my content ends up getting shown to the right people. And again, I want to prove this to you. If I come over into my analytics on this channel, because now we're looking at my second channel, which by the way, I would never be able to do if I wasn't editing my content with AI. If we click on audience right here and wait a second for this to load and scroll down, look on videos right here, what we're going to notice, GPT, ChatGPT. If we come over here, we're going to notice that it shows up several different times in the videos that my audience is watching. And that's exactly why I made this video. And that's exactly what you need to be doing if you want to get over 1,000 views every single time you post. Then the final change is that you need to stop recreating the wheel every single time you sit down and go to create a video. Like I shared with you earlier in this video, your content ideas should be coming from 2 places. Now, if there aren't any fresh content ideas from those 2 places, what you should be doing is redoing a video that you've done before in the past that's guaranteed to hit for your audience. Let me show you a few examples. And to prove to you that I'm not recreating the wheel all the time, check this out. If we come over here into content and I type in ChatGPT, guess what we're going to notice? I do these ChatGPT feature updates every single time they update their features, and they always do really well. 66,000 views, 19,000, 10,000, 10,000, 14,000, 28,000, 11,000, 32,000, 40,000. They do well consistently. I'm not always recreating the wheel. And guess what? If we come over to my other channel, we are going to see the same exact thing. I have made so many videos about the YouTube algorithm, about the Instagram algorithm, about all these different topics. And if we come over here and do a search for them, for example, YouTube algorithm, what you're going to notice is I have had several videos do really well under this topic. 245,000, 155,000, 127, 104, 79, 74, 73. I've literally gotten millions of views just from this one topic. I didn't have to come up with a new topic. I didn't have to recreate the wheel every time I upload. Instead, I look at my audience analytics and see what others are posting about so I can also chime in on that topic. And if I can't see anything there, look at my past videos, see what did well, and make an updated version for it. And you can do the same exact thing to skyrocket your growth right now on YouTube and guarantee you get over 1,000 views every time you post. Now, if you want to grow faster on YouTube and finally have the channel that you've been dreaming about, that's monetized, that you get paid every single video that you upload, or just that you've built up a really cool audience that you love creating content for, I personally want to help you the same exact way I just helped this creator do it, this creator do it, and this creator do it. In fact, I want to guarantee I can help you grow faster on YouTube. If that sounds interesting and you want to work together one-on-one so you can finally have the YouTube channel of your dreams, check out this video right here, because I can make it easier than you could have ever imagined to be able to grow on YouTube once you know exactly what you need to do. I'll see you over there.